Hi everyone, welcome to our third session of Pre Hackathon. We will wait for a few more minutes and then we will start with the session. Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to everyone present over here. This is our third session of Pre Hackathon organized by Hack4Bengal. Myself, Srijana Das, volunteering in events team for Hack4Bengal. This event is a collaboration with Coding Blocks SNU. I would like to invite Prachi to take over the session and introduce us to the chapter. Over to you, Prachi.
Thank you, Srijana. So, hello everyone. Myself, Prachi, a BTech second year student at Sister Nivedita University. I'm here to introduce our Coding Blocks SNU chapter. So, let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. So, you all must be thinking what Coding Blocks is. So, Coding Blocks is an edtech company that was started as a learning center and to teach fundamental of programming to college students. It aims at upskilling students in technologies like web, Android, DSA, data science, machine learning, etc. Its vision was to create more employable talent, unlock new opportunities, make people fall in love with coding, and connect talent with employers. It also has its in house platforms such as Hacker Blogs, online portal, IDE, etc., to help students to improve their learning experience and upgrade their skill set. So, coming to the point, what is Coding Blocks SNU Chapter? It is a student community that mainly helps the student from and outside Sister Nivedita University by hosting webinars, contests, and quizzes. Our community helps students learn lifelong transferable skills, develop as future leaders, and helps in gaining high quality technical skills. Here, we as a superhero help our peers get access to best tech education. Our belief, we at Coding Block strongly believe that with the right guidance and perfect determination, any student willing to learn can become a master of coding. So, people who are willing to grow their network and skills are always welcome in our community. So, coming to our team members, here we have Kajal Jaswal, who is the president. Next, myself, Prachi Kumari, who is vice president. Then we have Subham Trivedi, who is student support lead. Then we have Sagnik Mitra, who is graphics lead. Then we have Sanmoy Dam, who is PR and outreach lead. And next we have Tahmina Nashreen, who is events lead. After that, we have Ashmita Saha, who is co-graphics lead. Then we have Aman Kumar Jaiswal, who is social media lead. And then we have Doyle Gorai as marketing lead, Shreya Chatterjee as technical lead. And last but not the least, we have Sandeepa Chana, who is content lead. Coming to our social media handles, I would request the volunteers to paste the Discord link in the chat box. And you all are requested to join our Discord server for more details and information and follow us on social media. So, this was all from my side. From now, I will hand over to Srijana. Thank you and happy learning.
Thank you, Prachi. This was a wonderful intro. I wish all the best to the SNU chapter of Coding Blocks. Now I'd like to continue with the event. Machine learning is the last invention that humanity will ever need to make. Today's event is all about machine learning, and to guide us throughout, we have Sagnik Mitra, fourth year student of Sister Nivedita University, SD intern at Odessa, and Gold Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador, and one of our wonderful lead. I hope Shagnikda, you are here.
Yeah. Srijana, I'm audible?
Yeah, you're audible. So without
Okay.
wasting any time, I would request Shagnikda to continue the session.
Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen. Just a second. It is visible, right? It is visible, right, Srijana?
Yeah, it is visible now.
Yeah. So first of all, hello everyone, and welcome to this event. So don't take this as a regular webinar or something. So just we'll get into the world of machine learning. This session will not be any rigorous machine learning stuff, but we'll understand like in the market there is a supply and demand. So we'll understand the demand and what machine learning is supplying. So let's start. So a brief about myself. So I'm Sagnik Mitra. I'm the lead organizer at Hack4Bengal. I'm happen to be a software engineer intern at Odessa. And also I'm a Gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and also I previously associated with Techno India Group for Pre Hackathon 2020. So the table of content for today. So first of all, what is machine learning? Second is the brief history of machine learning. Third is about the technology and how it works. Then next of all, the different machine learning techniques. And then we'll learn the importance of human elements in machine learning. Then we'll learn who is using the machine learning, like who are the people who are using the machine learning, who are the sectors that is using the machine learning. So we'll learn that also. Suppose that we'll go through like the importance of human elements in machine learning, why still people are training computers, why people are needed to train computers, and also like who is using the machine learning and challenges and hesitations in the machine learning, futures, and also career paths and resources. So be make it a very interactive session. I don't like one like I'm speaking only. Like if I could have it, then I could make you speak also. But I'll like Srijana, like where can I see the chat? Like can you bring me the questions that came in like any?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah. So yeah. So now what is machine learning? So like in its simplest form, like machine learning is nothing but a set of algorithms. So let's say a kid is born. When a kid is born, he doesn't know how to walk. So he learns through a set of process that okay, first I need to stand up. I need to learn how to stand up. After I learn how to stand up, I need to move my legs up and front. So this is a set of algorithms machine learning use based on data and experiences. So it has some data. So let's say there is a weather forecast of 10 years. So it gathers the data, it analyzes the data, and from that experience it gains the learning, or it gains the ability to predict something. Okay, so each task requires a different set of algorithm. If I need to learn how to do cycling, then that set of ability is different from the set of ability that I require to walk, right? So now how it is different from AI? So this is a common question among people, like how machine learning is different from artificial intelligence. So though those are interconnected, yeah, artificial intelligence and machine learning are interconnected. But we need to understand that AI, artificial intelligence, is the we are making computers intelligent artificially. So the target is copying or mimicking the human behavior. But machine learning is not that. Machine learning is giving us the mathematical tools and the learning that is required to make people eligible to do this. So AI is nothing but our human mimic. Okay. A set of algorithms is machine learning, and those set of algorithms are making the computer able to mimic us. So machine learning is helping in artificially intelligent computers. Understood. So next is the brief history of machine learning. So like this is just like a regular part that I've kept just for. So first it was Turing test. Then in 1996 the convolutional neural network came. Then post that there is the deep learning, and then Google and Facebook started utilizing ML, and that's why it came into the market. It came into the market hugely. Okay. So now let's get into the main part. So how it works. So like as I told, like overall the total understanding of machine learning is to work on some data, gather some data and work on them and build some model or build some algorithms so that can generalize the data, that can imitate the behavior, that can predict what will happen. So this is what machine learning is. So let's say a kid is walking. So but after walking for some time, he sees that there is some obstacle in front of him. So what he will do? So he will bypass it. So after seeing the obstacle again and again and again, he will learn how the house where he lives, how the where his parents live. He will learn like, okay, so this is the structure of my house. So machine learning learns from data, like a kid learned from his obstacles in the house. So the obstacles you can consider it as a data. So machine learning learns from the data and uses the data to recognize the patterns. So when you do the cycling, you recognize the pattern. Okay, so this is the time I need to accelerate, and this is the time I need to do the brake. So you have a data of the road. Let's say you are going from Kolkata to Bardhaman. So on that, if you do that 2 or 3 times, now you know when you can accelerate and when you can pause. So this is like just a pattern recognition, like how the things are doing. It will learn and then it will apply. It will learn, then it will predict. So let's say if there is 11 players in a football team, if 10 of the players are playing good, then the machine can predict, okay, the team will win. So this is the kind of prediction, this is the kind of working path or the working model a machine learning algorithm or a machine learning model do. Machine is learning. Machine learning is nothing but the machine is learning. Okay, So post how it works, we need to like different techniques of machine learning. So I didn't write anything in this slide. I don't like writing like if it is not completely necessary. So supervised learning is what we have some data. Let's say there is a data of 100 students and we are splitting the data. 70% is the training data. Let's say there is a teacher. There is a teacher who has the data of 700 students results. So he will train 70 students, and that result and that algorithm he created, that steps of process that is created. Let's say the teacher's goal is to make every student pass. So first he will take 70 students and he will train those 70 students. And after training those 70 students, he will take an exam and he will get the result. If the result is good, then he will test that particular algorithm in the test data, and then that data, then finally the teacher learns. Here the teacher is the computer, and finally the teacher learns how to evaluate the students, how to make the students successful. So this is a kind of a model a machine also works on, a computer also works on. Let's say there is 1,000 data. So let's say there is a 70 and 30 division. So 700 data will go to the training part and 300 data will go to the test part. So once the 700 data go to the training part, the computer trains the data. The computer get trained with the data. There are different training models that we use, and post using that model, we will test the data and there will be a particular score. And based on that score, we will evaluate the model, how good it is. So through this iterative process, no model get developed in one iteration. It will have more iteration. It will have processes and processes and processes. Then it will be more accurate. The accuracy matters the most. Let's say you are predicting the glucose level in your body. So if the machine is working 80% accurate, that is not good. That is completely bad. Because let's say any patient that is, let's say, hyperglycemia or hypoglycemia. So let's say his sugar is high or low. So the machine need to predict correctly if his sugar level is really high or really low. Let's say some fraction of changes makes our body really weak. So here why we need to train the data good. So this is what supervised learning is. So reinforcement learning is, so let's say reinforcement learning is nothing but having some, when we work on let's say a website, we have a resource, we have a website that we follow and we create that website. But if there is nothing else, we can create anything, but there will not be a particular structure. As you can see in this below like GIF, so the humanoid run can be anything like this. But how a machine will learn how to run, it will follow a particular reference. It will follow a standard reference. So this man who is running like this is not a standard reference for a machine. So a machine need to have certain particular data, certain verified data to learn something properly. Because machine don't have intelligence. They are artificially intelligent, not naturally. And what is unsupervised learning? Unsupervised learning is the machine have some algorithms, and through those algorithms, the machine is identifying, okay, so this is the category. So let's say there are, let's say these all people. Let's say these all people are like bad people. These all people are angry people. These all people are sad people, and these all people are happy people. So the machine gets through the whole data and understand that, okay, so these happy people, they are clustered. The cluster means nothing, like they are in a particular area. They are in a particular bound. And these angry people are in particular bound. And the sad people are in particular bound. So he creates a bound and also predicts that, okay, these people might be also angry. But he is not. So that is why it is unsupervised. We didn't supervise the machine. The machine unsupervisedly learned and predicted it. Okay. And now is the neural network. So in neural network, there are 3 layers. We set an input. There is a hidden layer where the prediction occurs. And then there is the output layer. So the dog's picture goes on to the input layer. Then it goes through the hidden layer. There are many testing and training. It compares with different dog pictures, different dog, let's say attribute. What's the attribute of a dog? Like it has 4 legs, and let's say it has a certain curved tail. So these are all attributes a dog have or the animal have. So through that basis, it will give the output that, okay, so this is the thing. This is a dog. So this is a neural network. So these networks are connected between each other. It will get some data and it will send the data to different testing part. It will have many data that it has trained also. It will compare and it will finally give the output. So these are different techniques. I will not go into much details because like this is a basic session, and like take the feel of machine learning, then you can learn on your own. So now the importance of human element. Why I have told previously that human element is important. Like I told, AI means artificially intelligent, not intelligent. Artificially intelligent means we help them to be intelligent. If there is a fruit that is artificially ripe, that it was not naturally ripe, we use a set of algorithms, we leave a set of things to make it ripe. So human can accelerate the process of understanding. Let's say a machine learns some process with the help of 30 data in, let's say, 1 day, but we give it 3000 data, so he have all the categories. So let's say currently they have only let's say 3 data: a 13-year-old, a 43-year-old, and an 80-year-old. So if I get a middleman who is middle of the age of 13 and 40, the machine will not understand where to go. So it will need to train more. But if we provide so much data, let's say 1000 data of which age category is what, then it can predict in the next time. So like information, for example, if the machine learning comes across a piece of data it cannot understand, like I said, it cannot understand, then a human can interface and tell the technology. But are we helping them? Are we helping them in figuring out? Yes, but it is a training. It is under the training process. Like an intern goes through different set of problems while being in a job or being in something. He trains with the data, he trains with the problems, and only a person can help him if he faces the problem. If you don't face the problem, we cannot know what the machine is facing difficulty with. So this is the importance of human element. We can help the machine learn quickly, and also we can help the machine learn more accurately. If it is predicting something wrong, if we make it correct manually, then the machine understands, okay, so this category belongs to this. These two might be similar, but this belongs to this third category. Okay. So this is the importance of human element in machine learning. So now who uses it? So this is the main part, like who uses machine learning and why we talk so much about machine learning. We talk so much about machine learning, like we encounter machine learning on a daily basis, we know or not. Like like I said, like day-to-day life, from going to a market and like getting like coped under the digital marketing, or let's say in any kind of finance, any kind of banking finance, any kind of predicting thing, any kind of stock thing, any kind of fraud predicting, or let's say like you can tell that the machine learning, the diagnosis that happens in the hospitals, or the oil factories that predict like how much oil can we transfer, or let's say the car, all the car have some machine learning in it. So let's say if I have the back parking camera, so it predicts that okay, after going to this place, this will break, this will face the wall. So this is also machine learning. Machine learning is on every part of our, like there are main 6 sectors that uses machine learning. So the finance sector, like I told, the healthcare sector in, let's say, the patient's information and predicting the patient, like there's a diagnosis or any disease that she have, or let's say the any kind of other sector, like let's say the healthcare sector, like I told, the oil and gas sector, we have the digital marketing sector, like let's say the marketing sector to be exact. So the marketing sector also, and the transportation sector. So these are the main sectors, or these are the main people who uses machine learning. And now if I go to the next slide, so some uses of machine learning, let's say we can interact with the computer can be artificially intelligent, and also like interacting with the computers in a way that the computer also tries to understand what we are telling them. They are not only getting the information and going into it, they are also doing such things that they are trying to understand, okay, what is the next predictable step of this person. So let's say when we go to Google, when let's say when writing mail, sometimes we have seen that they suggest something in the mail. Or let's say if you work on Visual Studio Code, if you code something, there is a there is a extension called like Copilot. Okay, GitHub develop Copilot. So it learns through your coding, it learns through how you code, learns through how you write, and then it predicts and suggests you. So these are some important uses of machine learning. And so survey in the world. So this is from Machine Learning India. So like how much of the different continents use machine learning in the regular technology work. So as you can see that like Australia and Africa a little bit behind. They are using technology, but they are not implementing machine learning in every part of that. But as you can see, like Asia, there is some part of China that don't use some Google and Facebook's machine learning algorithms. So it is a little bit less according to the regular data. It's Moshe, can you please point the difference between AI and ML? Sure. So you can say that like AI is artificial intelligence, AI. Machine learning is the process that AI learns. Machine learning is a process. Machine learning provides us with the mathematical calculation and the set of algorithms. The machine learns and then it becomes artificially intelligent. The machine learns through machine learning, then it works, predicts, then it becomes artificially intelligent. A robot, to prepare a robot, we have to help him with machine learning. We have to help him predict things. We have to train him and test him. So this process is machine learning. And the final product that we have, that is an artificially intelligent product. And the use cases are AI use cases. Okay. So is that clear? Yeah. So I guess so. If there are any questions, you can paste it in the chat. I cannot like once it comes on my screen, I will like to completely answer. So like any questions like up till now? I will wait for a minute. Any questions up till now from the chat? And also let me open the YouTube here. Yeah, it is working, I guess. Yeah. ML is the process and AI is the result. Yeah, Avinash, like you can like say that the ML is the training process, like the machine learning is the training process, and AI is the ability. So machine learning is the core part. Yeah, Manish correctly pointed out. So machine learning is the core part and AI is the whole thing. So let's say you are preparing with the machine learning, you're preparing that thing with the machine learning, and then it is the what thing is prepared, the machine becomes artificially intelligent. So let's say for a result, let's say someone become an IAS officer or IPS officer. So the process of going through the UPSC exam, the process of training for UPSC exam and testing on different mock tests, this is the machine learning process, and then it becomes eligible. Then it becomes eligible for becoming an IPS. See, so this is the analogy you can take. Yeah. Manish, I guess I can go ahead with the next part. Yeah, okay. So like nothing can be too good to be true. With all good things, there comes some cons, right? There are cons in machine learning. But we need to understand that our goal, our primary goal, okay, using machine learning is, yeah, that is our goal. But our primary goal should be correcting the errors. If we can correct the errors that the machine learning currently faces, if we can correct the training process, if we can correct the correct testing and training, well, as we know, Python is a major part for writing code in AI. So are there any language apart from Python? So Moshe, like Python is the main language, so the language is not important. There are also R is a language. You can also like MATLAB is also, I guess, used in some cases. So the language is not important. So why Python is used? Because there are so many libraries in Python. There are so many packages in Python that you can implement. Once you go ahead with the machine learning, you can see that like there are different libraries. There are Keras, Matplotlib. So all the machine learning components are already there in the Python. But it is not that people don't use like R and other. Yeah, they use. But Python, what brings is Python has everything at once. You can build a website with Python. You can build a web server with Python. You can build a machine learning model with Python. Also, there is a model called Streamlit. So Streamlit make you host a Python site. So there are so many things with Python. Also, there is a main advantage of Python is the calculation part, the numerical Python or the NumPy. There is a package called NumPy. And pandas, like working with databases, everything is like so fluent with Python. You can work with any type of files. You can work with a like doc file, markdown file, Excel file, CSV file, anything. Okay, so that's why Python is used. So it is not that there are not other language. Python is the preferable language, and like try to learn with Python. There are other language like there are some language like Julia is used in some places I saw. Yeah, Manish correctly pointed out. Yeah, so JavaScript, Julia. So these languages are used, but majorly Python is used. You can implement. No problem in that. So the challenges and head decision. So what I'm talking about. So like first of all, like machine learning is nothing but intelligent assistant. So for intelligent assistant, so there is a fear in everyone's mind that what happens if it overcome humans. Like technology is not perfect. We know that technology cannot be perfect. Besides every correct prediction, there are falsified trainings. There are falsified trainings where the machine could not predict, and then it got the correct data to the testing. So like there are a lot of fear in people that like regarding technology, that it became smarter than we are. But like AI or machine learning is nothing but a set of mathematical equation and algorithms. Yeah, mathematical equation and algorithms. So they require human training. So AI and machine learning are only as smart if we train them like that to be. So how much training more do you, I guess, how much training more, okay Manish. So how much training more do you want the machine to be learned? That requires, like, what is the requirement for that machine learning algorithm? So it is not that the machine will prosper us, the machine will become overhead of us. Not, that is not the point. We need to train them like that. We need to train them like they can predict what we can predict to reduce the workload. Okay, not for like not having any jobs because the machine is doing nothing. No, if there are less jobs for software development, there will be more jobs for training the machine to make the technology well. If there is more machine learning, there can be more new ventures that will come up. So also like issued with unlabeled data. That is one of the most like irritating problem with machine learning. Like the data must be labeled. The data must be like trainable data. The machine learning cannot predict on its own without any training on testing. So that is one problem. But we are going over it. We are coming out of it because we are implementing more on unsupervised learning. So it learns some basic things and then it goes into the unsupervised learning. So if that becomes more powerful, then the second issue will always go away. But the fear of people that machine will like overcome human smart ability, that we need to understand that machine is not overcoming us. The machine is not overpowering us. The machine is getting more intelligent with help of us. We are providing him the data. Okay, so the future of machine learning. So this is just a statistics. The 87% is the progress according to the scientists. So the main part is done. All the 13% that are required, that are extracurricular, that will be added, and the accuracy improvement. And also currently it is 95% able. So the average ability of a machine is 95% of doing something. So it is considered that it can do right or wrong. It can do it in the right way. We can so right or wrong, that is one thing, but it is able to. So machine learning is the future of a regular livelihood and daily interaction, from starting smart switches to smart ACs to, let's say, now there is a smart tables also. So everything will be smart, and that is the help of machine learning. So these are some machine learning movie recommendations. So like do watch these movies. These are some brilliant movies. I missed, I guess, one or two movies. we can put emotions in AI, or they can learn the emotions. So the emotion part, we react different in different types of situations. So the machine, so they understand through a data. If we can provide the data, okay, so this is the situation, here you need to do like this. So once the machine gets completely unsupervised, then there is a chance, scientists say that there is a chance that machine can also be emotional. But the problem is, if the machine do a inter-testing among itself, that okay, if I am getting emotional is this thing, then this might be the case. But we know that, let's say if we are angry on someone, then we understand that okay, this person is good. For the next time, we will not be angry on them for certain things. But understanding this for the machines is a lot harder thing. Like as you can see, there is a movie called Robot in Hindi. Like Rajnikant is there, Aishwarya is there. So on that movie, see, you can see what happens if a machine gets emotional. It will not understand the forthcoming. It will not understand the aftermath of that thing. Okay. So these are some brilliant movie recommendation. So like you can watch them, like you will be in love with machine learning and what robots can do. So like this is the resource. So I will not make the session very big. Right or wrong comes from the data we are giving to AI. So it solely depends on the developer. So it is depending on the data you are feeding the machine. Let's say you are intentionally feeding a falsified data. So let's say a machine is understanding a movie recommendation system, and you are telling that if someone is let's say there is a person is following 3 channels. Just for an example, person is following 3 channels. Let's say Technical Guruji, Geeky Ranjit, these are tech channels, and Tech Bonder. And you are telling that if someone is following these 3 channels, suggest him some, let's say random stuff, random comedy stuff. So what the machine will understand? Okay, so if someone follows these category channel, will recommend them this. So the recommendation engine is a result of machine learning. So the training must be good, the data must be good. That's why I told that now it is not that much powerful that it will understand, okay, this unlabeled data, I will label it like this. If that becomes 100% accurate, then this will not be a problem. The machine will also be able to predict if it's a good data or a bad data. There are some things that it can predict, but not in a whole part. But it will come very quickly. So like this is the resource. Also, I'm pasting in the moderator chat. Manish, will you be able to send this in the YouTube chat? Yeah, I guess this is the chat. And one last slide, I guess I have. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. And so this is the contact us for more information if you want to be tuned with many events. So you can contact Hack4Bengal. And that's all. That's all from the session. Now I'm okay with the Q&A part.
Thank you, Sagnik, for this wonderful session. I hope this session will be very helpful to everyone. We are open for the Q&A session. So people having any question, any doubts can post their question in the comment box, and the volunteers are requested to put it up.
Yeah, right or wrong confirm that. Yeah, I guess I already answered that. AI is replacing the majority of repetitive tasks and other works with robot-human interfaces. Yes. So, Mashur, one thing I want to like clear it out. So, what problem are you referring? So, are you referring the employment problem? No, I already told that if the machine learns more, there is more scope of development. Did you ever think that Google can predict what is there in a shirt, and same type, it predicts same type, recommends you same type of shirt through Google Lens? So did Google Lens stopped any of the fashion factories? Did Google Lens stop Amazon or some way? People can search from Google and buy it only, right? But this is a technology that has been evolving. We need to evolve the technology. We need to evolve the machine in a way that the machine understand, okay, so this is the test data, this is the training data I'm testing with it, and this is the prediction I will do. So people will be more active in training machines. People will be more active in thinking like new. we will get, if machine gets 100% intelligent, we will get 100% of our time just in thinking, just in brainstorming, because the rest of the part, the rigorous task, the machine is doing. Okay, so I got a question from YouTube only. Is there any AI that can code? Yeah, obviously, like I told, like I guess, Srijana, do I have 3 or 4 minutes time?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Just a second, I will show them something. Also, so this is the website where you find all the resources. So I've just kept it in a way that like all the things that I grabbed everything from the internet only. This is not something I wrote. So these are the like courses that I prefer. Like also, like this is not a promotion from Upgrade. Like I followed different blogs, and from that I like compiled this. So these are the different courses that you have. These are the different like beautiful books that you have. I guess there is some book recommendation. Yeah, some book recommendation are there, some project recommendation are there, and also like there is one video you can follow. So this is Sophia the robot. So this is all implementation of machine learning only, and I will now show you there is question from Moshe that if you can code or not. Okay, let me help you with that. See, okay, so let's say Srijana, the screen is visible, or should I increase the font? See, this is just normal recommendation. One second. Yeah. So let's say this, and let's say we are writing. Are you seeing that everything it is recommending me something? Yeah, the code is done. Like just I needed to input the array, it is done. So now let's say if I write the for loop, like it will suggest me everything. See, so like this is the copilot. The copilot will suggest to everything. So I have like disabled some of it, but it will like suggest whole code. A whole code it suggests. So like that is true. It like it understand what is there in the function name, and then it suggested. Okay. Yeah. So AI can invent something like we human can think of. No, Avinash. As of now, I told you they don't have that manual intelligence, that automatic intelligence. They don't have. They cannot think. They can create use cases, but they cannot think as of now. Like not like the extreme cases. Yeah, there can be some cases, some robots that can think, like the Sophia the robot. So he understand the question and answered it. So he is thinking. But I'm talking about brainstorming. The brainstorming thing, the machine is yet to be little more powerful. But there are obviously robots that can think and that can understand like this. Yeah, so there is a good disclaimer for Manish. Just don't use the GitHub Copilot. Like you saw, I enabled it. Like if you use GitHub Copilot, okay, you can code on your own. Like any any people can write code with the use of GitHub Copilot. Just don't use it.
Is there any more question from the audience?
Yeah. Just in case there is any more question from the audience, I will take some questions and then I guess we can move on to the next part. No, Sijan, I don't think there is any more questions. So if there is any more question, you can reach out to the team. You can reach out to me. So I guess there is no question. Okay. So first of all, thank you everyone for like attending the session. Like there are almost 30 people who are like constantly there in concurrent of the session. So first of all, like a session just not end after the last slide. It should be continuing with the like lesson that we learn. Like we learn from you and you learn from me. So this is the process. So first of all, like thank you everyone for joining, and like do join in the next events also. Like there are series of events, so we want to make this hackathon process that you go through a learning process and then you implement those in the hackathon. So first of all, thank you everyone, and thank you to the host Rihanna. Great hosting me. Thank you for having me. Yeah, you can go ahead with the next part.
Thank you, Sagnik. We will continue with the next part of our session. I will request Prachi to share her screen. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Let me check once. Yeah. So Hack4Bengal is a 48 hours long hackathon organized by 𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒏𝒆, the technical committee of Sister Nivedita University, that begins with the idea of bringing the best of best in the field of technology and providing a platform for the student to showcase their skill and work. This gives you the opportunity to bring out your thinking in reality. This will be the first hackathon state-wise where we are going to give enormous benefit to the students. Hack4Bengal is arranged in such a way where a beginner can also participate and show their skills. We already had 2,000 plus participants, 15 plus community members, and 50 plus event is already hosted, and we are going to host a lot of events further. Benefits of this hackathon. Prachi, can you please go to? Yeah, thank you. So we have swag and crash prize for 3 winning teams. Swag for the best girls team and the beginners team. Giveaway during pre-hackathon session. Participation certificate to all the participants and chances to win swags in pre-hackathon coding contest. At last, I would request all the students, those who wanted to register, to go to our website and apply for register. And don't forget us to follow our Discord channel and follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn and stay updated with us. Thanks for joining today. We have a feedback form in a chat box. I request the volunteers to paste the feedback form in the chat box. And I request all of you to give honest feedback for our events we are doing. Thank you all for joining.